I told you, we have some organizations on the show today who are celebrating in a significant way some milestones. One such organization is the Fair Trading Commission. Who would have thought that they're there for 25 years so far? Where did the time go, you ask yourself? Because they're so relevant and still so topical in our society that we didn't mark time in the way that they marked time. 25 years of service to Barbados as the Fair Trading Commission. And we want today to be able to look at that legacy as they continue to forge the future and some of the outstanding milestones that they would have met over the way indeed. And so I'm happy to be joined this morning by the Acting Chief Executive Officer in Brian Reese. He's brought with him his Human Resource Officer in Arlene Bushell. And across from me is Jade King, who is a research officer, just relatively new to the organization. To each of you, good morning and congratulations on the anniversary.
Thank you.
Morning, thank you.
You're very welcome indeed. And so, Arlene, I'll start with you because you've been there longest. I mean, of the three who are here. Talk to me a little bit about not just when you started with the organization, but what it means and some of the significance of the Fair Trading Commission.
Okay, so the commission came into being in January 2001, and it's basically the successor organization to the Public Utilities Board. The Public Utilities Board would have been in existence from 1955 to 2001. And the idea was, as Barbados developed, that we needed to have an agency with a broader mandate beyond just regulating the utilities. So the commission came into effect under the Fair Trading Commission Act, and it's a tripartite agency, meaning that beyond utility regulation, there is now fair competition and consumer protection. So those are the areas that we regulate, and what we offer to Barbados is that service. And as the organization grew or continues to grow or continues to evolve, you have to evolve. Because of the environment that we are in, we've been able to establish and maintain some strategic alliances that allow us then to be able to do what we are supposed to do. And those alliances are with not only regional but international regulatory bodies and agencies. So along the way, we have been able to celebrate. We're now doing 25 years, quarter of a century. We've been able to celebrate. We did have celebrations for the 10th year, and we also celebrated the 20th year, but the difference with the 20th year was that we were in the middle of COVID, so yes, those celebrations were muted. So this year we're doing 25, and we are going to be taking those activities across the rest of the year.
We're going to break down those activities in just a moment. But Brian, you know, Barbados have reposed so much trust in the Fair Trading Commission that I think sometimes if you just pause for a moment, you recognize how, even though you have your moments when people discuss the Fair Trading Commission in not necessarily positive light, they do so because they value the contribution of the Fair Trading Commission. Talk to me about that value and how it has been able to, through all of its expertise, make a difference to Barbados.
Sure, thanks very much, Pearson. And again, thanks for having us on the show today. You're quite right. I think that it is accepted that the Fair Trading Commission plays a vital role in the Barbadian society, in the fabric of what we do as a Barbadian society. And that is because we touch the very core of the things that Barbadians do every day. They are consumers. They utilize utilities. They rely on businesses that may have, in some cases, a greater power as far as the management of the economy is concerned. And we provide that opportunity for them to be of equal arms, for consumers to be of equal arms, and to ensure that businesses appreciate what consumers rely on for the benefit of the everyday experience that they have. But I think it is important as well that we've tied it in terms of our theme, because our theme is actually celebrating the legacy of 25 years, and we're acknowledging the past, we're honoring our present, and we're also forging towards the future, because we appreciate that the Fair Trading Commission of 25 years ago is not and will not be the Fair Trading Commission of the next 25 years. And we have to look towards the future. How can we not only be a reactive Fair Trading Commission, but a proactive Fair Trading Commission? How can we provide that environment that develops the consumer's knowledge allows for businesses to develop, allows for entrepreneurship to develop, I think that our usefulness within the society cannot be understated in any way.
You're absolutely right. Actually, you touched on a number of things I wanted to touch on, but you've said it also beautifully indeed. But you've been able to pull together a body of experts whose collective experience helped to guide regulation
Yes.
of the way we do things in Barbados. But then there are changes coming down the pipe.
Yes, yes.
And because you see trends, you want to get ahead of those trends as well to begin your thinking of the process towards regulation.
That's correct.
How does it, am I correct in saying that's how it works generally?
That is exactly how it always must work. Because at the end of the day, you can't be delayed. Business can't be delayed. Time is money. And the effect of delay is a reduction in the capacity of the business to develop, and therefore the development of the consumer's opportunities as well. So we need to be able to foresee what is the potential for this country and be able to facilitate businesses so that they can take a stronghold within the society, but also so as to ensure that they're providing that level of engagement with the consumer that assures the consumer, gives the consumer confidence in their purchases, and allows the consumer at the end of the day to receive the best value for their money.
Over time, Arlene, we've found that the people who come to us, certainly at Mornin Barbados, have been very competent. That means you've been very careful in your selection of the officers who work at the Fair Trading Commission. There are people who are watching who are thinking, I've always been fascinated by being a member. I want to be a part of that organization as well. What's the opportunity to root in to the Fair Trading Commission?
Well, basically we hire according to need, and when we have a need, we put it out there. One of the things, though, that is a little different for the commission are the skills that we require. So a lot of the time, we hire persons and you train for those skills. Recruiters will tell you, you hire for attitude and train for skills, and that's what we do in a lot of instances. And the focus over the years has been on training and development. It has to be, given the area that we're in. So that's one of the areas that there's a great focus on training and development. I would have said earlier about the strategic alliances, and those alliances help us in that area as we function day to day with, as you mentioned earlier, trends, developments, and even challenges. So you share those experiences.
Yes.
So once you come into the organization, then the exposure is there for you in all of those various areas.
Jade, you're 1 year in. How has that experience been for you?
A
Knowing that you're part of a 25-year legacy now.
It's been a lot of fun. So I am the research officer in the Utilities Regulation Division. I would say that it has been challenging, but in the best way possible. Every day I go to work and there's always new opportunities for me to push myself and to learn and to be better. And I really do appreciate the opportunity that I have at the Fair Trading to better my skills in not only in research, but I'm also given the opportunity to explore different aspects that I didn't even know was possible for myself. I found it at Fair Trading Commission.
It must be so awesome to be a part of an organization that's marking a quarter of a century of outstanding contribution to the Barbadian landscape. Is it so awesome that it makes you very proud, or does it scare you?
Both. Both. I would say it's awesome because I'm pretty young at 28 years old. So I'm kind of close in age with the organization, but it is a bit scary to think that the legislation that we assist in creating and the standards of service in the Utility Regulation Department that we assist in creating help shape the landscape of Barbados and how the general public interact with themselves, but also with businesses as well.
Well said. And so there are a list of activities, Arlene, that you guys have to celebrate this 25 years of contribution. What does that list look like?
Well, it's a fairly significant list. One of the main things that we're going to be having is the lecture. And, well, actually, I will let Jade
Yes.
Oh, Jade
be that
has that.
person
Okay.
to give those details.
Sure.
It's by no happenstance that we brought Arlene and we brought Jade. We've actually populated the planning committee with the experience of persons like Arlene, and then the youth and vigor of persons like Jade. So Jade is actually one of the key components of the planning committee. So we've asked Jade to share with you some of the ideas that we've put together for this anniversary.
Jade, take it away.
So I'm going to tell you a few of them because there are a number of activities that we are going to have throughout the year. So we're going to start off the year with a moment of gratitude and asking the Lord thank you the Lord for His provision and protection over the Fair Trading Commission for the past 25 years. So we're going to have a church service. We're joining the congregation at the St. Matthew's Anglican Church on Sunday, January 25th at 9:30 a.m.
Right.
Secondly, we are going to have, as Ms. Bushell stated, we're going to have an annual lecture that will happen in the month of March. So it is on the theme of sustainability, equity, and efficiency. Can we have it all? A question for the 21st century utility regulator. One of our guest speakers is Professor Andrew Downs. And this is an opportunity for policymakers, for the public, for students, for professionals to come out and to be a part of a conversation, ask questions, and to find insight on what is changing in utility regulation environment. And I will say the last one, please, I will ask the public to check out our Instagram or Facebook. And if they want to, they can also give us a call at 424-0260 to find out any information about any of our 25th anniversary activities. We're having an open day in the month of June. And this is an open day figuratively and literally, a day for the public to see who are these faces behind the Fair Trading Commission and be able to ask us any questions that are burning regarding consumer protection, fair competition, as well as utility regulation. Demystifying what fair trading actually does, and also provide us a time not only to celebrate 25 years, but give us a platform for learning the public, but also the public learning us as well.
Well done, Jade. Well thought through as well. And so I'm excited for your future, but I'm also excited to celebrate with you your 25 years of service to Barbados. And so, Brandon, give it the final word about, I know you want to thank those who've been a part of the contribution to who you've been so far.
Of course, and I think it's important to do that because this 25 years has been built on the shoulders of all of those great people who've come before us, and therefore we are actually, during this year, going to be looking to celebrate those commissioners, those past staff members, but also we want to bring it forward to recognize the invaluable contribution and the talent within our present cohort of staff members. And as we said before, we're coming together with the public, with our past members, to see what is a path forward going to look like, and how can we ensure that this Barbados benefits from the establishment that we presently work with.
It's going to be an interesting journey.
It's going to be a fantastic
I think
journey.
you know that Barbados partners with you.
Yes.
We partner with you. The experts step forward because they have points of view, they have experience as well, and they share that openly with the Fair Trading Commission, and you're mature enough as an organization to hear it.
That's correct.
And to be able to respond to it as well. And so congratulations on your 25 years.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And thank you for joining us on Morning Barbados as well. Brian Rees, Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Fair Trading Commission. With him is Arlene Bushell, who is a Human Resource Officer, and Jade King, young to the organization, but a research officer who is leading the charge as it relates to the organizing of the 25th anniversary celebrations. There are many running throughout the year. We only gave you a bit to half the year. Then you need to follow their socials to see what else is coming up. But make an effort, every one of us, to be a part of every event or most of the events as they celebrate 25 this year. Thank you so much indeed. You're very welcome.
Morning, morning, morning.